Hey guys, for this next part, it's going to seem like real magic because we're going to change a whole lot more that has to do with these websites to create more variability and different styles, different appearances, different approaches to the websites. And we're going to do it very efficiently. But in order to do it, I have to make sure you understand the base concept of what makes these websites remote control. So let me go ahead and break that down because that'll really help you grasp what we're going to say next. Okay, here it goes. This is the admin panel, right? Because of everything back here, the front end exists. And the front end behaves in whatever way we want the front end to behave in based on whatever's happening back here. Now back here, there are different sections that we would go to make changes to the website, as you can imagine. So there's pages. We can make changes to the pages here. We can change the page names. We can change the contents on the pages, which ones are enabled or disabled, whether any of these pages should be a child of a different page, so it shows up in a drop-down menu. If we want to add new pages, if we want to resort the pages to get a different order of the pages, okay? This is everything dealing with the pages. And when you go into a page, you'd see kind of what you think. Should it show up in the menu or not? Should it be an external link to like a blog or a forum on some other website? The sidebars, should we show the sidebars or not? And if we do show them, do we show all of them or do we control click a few of them and just show those on this page, the home page, okay? And then here's the basic content, and it's got, as you know, lots and lots of variability. So you keep seeing these plug and play variables. It's what allows us to make 50 million web pages. That variation, okay? And that is the variation that works with what? If I were to open in a new tab and just take a look, the global variables. See a different section of the website which has to do with the variables that get plugged and played onto the front end of the website, right? All the pages for the front end share whatever variables we put in here. So these variables auto replace, that means that this wording will auto replace wherever that variable was used on the page. Not back here in the admin area. This is where we can see what we need to see to do the work back here, but on the front end of the website. Okay, so obviously the wording on the front end of the website, like whatever the wording is here, okay, is based exactly on whatever information we have here, okay? All right, so that's the idea of the pages, and whether it has modules, browser title, meta keywords and description, you don't really need to do much with these because that's the reason it's UAP. Universal Affiliate Pages, that we filled all this stuff out so you don't have to. You don't have to create content. It's already been done. And it's a lot when you think about it. Creating content is hard. Creating paragraphs and paragraphs of regular verbiage to pitch what you have to sell, somebody needs to be paid to do it or you have the content lying around, okay? And then you have to go from page to page to page to say different things, right? And so you have to do it again and again and again. Well, the reason for this UAP content is so that no one has to do it with projects like this. Okay, that's pages. Okay, what else is here? Global variables. Like I said, there's pages of global variables, something like 456 right now in this system. It's just several pages. And we can keep going and seeing the numbers climb and that we have more pages, right? It's like 450. Okay, there's that. What else do we have back here? We have different things. We have sidebars. Aha. We can add new widgets for sidebars. We can change the order of the sidebars that show up in the menu if they're enabled. We can enable and disable some of these globally if we really want. So we can make sidebars as many as we would like. And we can have them show up on the pages in different combinations. What else do we have back here? Images, gallery, images, category, videos, okay, and testimonials. And that's basically it. Once you get past that, you're leaving this theme, like the current theme, and you're going into a different theme from our choices of themes that you can choose between, and they have their own version of the files. Okay, now, the information on the front page, okay, is controlled where? Here, global settings, That's where you see these things you can switch between right here. And starting with the top 3, they belong in a set. And then the bottom 2, obviously, download feed file, import feed file, 2 halves of a whole, right? Okay, general settings. Really obvious stuff like what is your forgot password email, right? Your admin email. What should the website title be? And yes, we can use global variables. Then we have other things that go in here. Website logo, meta tags, script code at the bottom of the page, copyright text with a sitemap link. Anything that we want, we can manipulate in here. Type in here, move in here. Do the canonical URLs include www? Can Google even see the pages that are on this website? Okay, can the crawler index the website? Okay, often you turn a website off so you can do work on the inside of the website, and then you send it to a destination domain name and you turn it on over there. So Google only sees it for the first time, only uses it for the first time over there. That way it doesn't look like it plagiarized from us. See, we might build the website over here. Then when we're done, we'll send it to wherever it is you really want the website. So we don't want Google indexing our website, our version of it. We want that off while we do the work. And then we turn it on when we send it to you. Okay, I think that makes sense. And you would always hit the blue update buttons for whatever you change. Well, theme settings is everything on the front page. What's that mean? This is the front page. Everything that is on or off, everything that we want to be a certain way, is controlled on theme settings. Do we want the body to be a fluid layout that is going all the way across the screen? Or a box layout that means compressed in the center with some background, either color or image, right? Usually a color. Do we want the sidebar to be on basically? Like, do you want to be able to see the whole sidebar generally, or should we turn it off? Okay, we can say yes or no. We can move it from the left to the right, or even make it into a horizontal strip that just fits below the page content. Do we want the Google Translator to be on? You know, left, right, or center. So there are all these settings, headers. Do you want the company name, address, call us now, maybe the click to text button, all that stuff to appear? That's controlled here. Navigation settings. That's, do you want to see the menu at the top of the website or not? And if so, do you want the links to align in the center or to the left or to the right? Right? So all these settings are here. Do you even want the banner slider on? That is the banner slider, this great big thing right here. Some websites you might flip it off, literally for variability. You might want the header, the nav bar, but no banner. Or you want the header, but no nav bar, but yes, the banner. Or the header and the banner, but no, header and then anything like that. Banner and the nav bar, but no header, right? And on and on and on. And how long should each timer last before it jumps to the next image? You know, things like that. And what's it say and where's it go and what's it linked to? All this stuff. And it's all controllable. And yes, you can move banner slides around, okay? It's that much control, really, for what we have in here. Services section, on or off. So every section, as you scroll down, this section here can get flipped on or off. That section, the whole pages section, can get flipped on or off, except it's kind of weird. Pre-footer in the Google Maps section could get flipped on or off. The footer can get flipped on or off. The back to the top button can get flipped on or off, right? And what sections, what shows up and what doesn't is all controlled. And we can create more and we can decide how many per row and all this kind of thing we can do. Okay, total control of the front end. Now, this is for controlling all of the verbiage and the variables that fill out the front end of the website, okay? And it was a lot of work to create these things and to get all the variables to work in here. And it's good that you can buy it already done. And it's good that you can install it already done. And that you can use the base content to literally switch between industries from the outside and not even have to come in here to do it manually inside a panel, which is totally different than anywhere else. Can you do that in WordPress? Can you remotely update all of WordPress images, pages, add new blogs without logging into the panel? Okay, we can, even though it's hyper secure. Okay, so that's the wildness of what we've got going on. So you could do it from a mobile phone in the mountains if you don't even know the password to the website. And we did all that thinking ahead so that the guys at the top of their game, the ones who are thinking biggest, are able to have the tools they need to control all these things down here. Okay, what is theme style and typography? It's the other side. If you think left hand, right hand, okay, theme settings is all the print that goes on the front end of the website and what shows up and what doesn't. Theme style and colors is how do they all look? What background colors, foreground colors. We can do infinite color combinations. Okay, we can copy a color and paste it anywhere else to override and change colors. We can go through literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fonts, right? So we can choose between any number of fonts, any font size, whether it's italicized and bolded, okay? And we can do that separately for heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, paragraph, separators, and so on. And look at all the settings. There's all the settings for the breadcrumb. That many settings just for the breadcrumb. Translator style, even you can choose the bar that the translator's on, the color of it, the header style settings. Look at all the controls for just the header. And we even have it flipped off right now. And then navigation style for the nav menu. So you get home, about, product 1, service 1, contact us. And we even have that switched off right now. And on and on and on. The banner, the very banner has settings, including banner height. How tall do you want this to be? Totally up to you. And do you want it to be fluid or boxed? Totally up to you. So you can have it boxed and tall or short, or boxed and, or wide and short or long. You know, it's up to you. So many combinations that we can auto flip through. Oh, I don't even know where to go. There's opacity of the background layer for the text. But you see this? All the sections of the front page are controlled right here. I can make these changes, right? And just totally update this, and it'll update those theme styles, okay? Now, that brings me to this question. What is this? It's a feed file. Feed file is an Excel file, and the Excel file has different tabs on it that you can choose to download or not when you download the feed file, the Excel file. And these tabs are for every different section in the system. Domain sheet is for the list of domains that we want to control with this feed file. General settings is for general settings. The domain sheet needs to have the right current theme name. That's really what it kind of is thinking about with domains. It's like, which theme do you want to use on this website? But as you'll see later, we have a master feed file. All right, so check this out. Domain sheets, just like what theme are we on, okay? General settings is the general settings. Theme settings is the theme settings. Theme style and color is this typography page. Sidebar widgets is the sidebar from the dashboard, the sidebar section. Then global variables, testimonials, image category, gallery, and videos. Download it. And when you download it, it is giving you a perfect copy of everything, all of the links, the verbiage, the print, the variables, the way it's all laid out, all the sidebars, all the pages of information, all the settings are here. This is your backup. It is everything except for the actual images, because you can't put the images into an Excel file. But look, starting at the beginning, that's the theme we're on, that 2 video banner theme, right? General settings. You'll recognize it. Admin email for your forgot password. The website title where, yeah, look, you can use variables in these things. Website logo is whatever the logo was. Meta tags. You know, if you've got JSON markup or you know, Google data, structured data, you're using like schema or whatever, put it in your meta tags if it goes there. Put whatever else in the script code at the page bottom that goes there for variables for tracking, visitor tracking and things. Copyright text, everything that goes with the copyright, including the sitemap link. Canonical URLs include 000. It always does that in this. I gotta fix it. It should just be a 0. Can crawler index, normally a 1. If you're putting it up somewhere for someone, you want that to usually be a 1 because you want Google to index the pages. All right. And it goes on and on and on. Theme options, everything for the themes, all the settings. If you can't see them, just double click like that, and now you can. Fluid layout or box layout. Do we want the sidebar on or off, 0 or 1? Sidebar location on the left, right, or horizontal, which isn't common. We normally go left or right. And so on, right? The company name is the company name variable. Here's the next line, and so on. Whatever's on or off, but this is holding all that information for us, right? Can't go wrong when the information's right here. This is your backup of everything on that website that you need to worry about. So if anyone ever hacked your website, as long as you have this downloaded on your computer and saved with a proper name that you recognize, you just upload it to fix the problem. Every color, every style, every setting, every font, the pages, all the page information. This is page 1, covers all of these columns. And if you go to pages and look, you will find exact matches for every one of these inside the panel, right? It is a match. If you go here and you click and you just look, what's this, what's that, what's that, what's that, what's that, and that, and that, and that, that, and that. That is why you have those columns. Okay, they match. Then it's identical. It's the same thing again, but for the next page. Then the next page. Well, guess what? You can just keep adding pages. You could copy page 6, paste it here, rename it page 7, and then you can just give it a new title, a new URL, whether it should show the sidebar, the content that goes in there. You know, you can always do stuff like drag that out. You can always do stuff like drag this down. You can always copy this and paste this in a notepad or something, make edits, and then paste it back in here, right? Anything like that. And just keep going, right? And that's how easy it is to show these things. And whether we hide the page in the menu or not. Okay, should it show up in the menu or not? That means is the page enabled, right? Oh, whoops, right here. Are the pages enabled, right? And that one, no, we're not. We are hiding in the menu, so it's a 0 instead of a, or whatever, hide in menu 0. Oh yeah, hide in menu 0 means do not hide this in the menu. So that particular page is still on, right? Okay. All of it is here. All of it is here. All of it is here. It keeps on going. Testimonials, image, categories, and gallery, and videos, and so on. Then comes just this empty worksheet tab. Doesn't mean anything. It's just a default. Okay. The last thing I want to point out about this before we go on to the next video where I explain more detail about it. Notice this. Everything about this website seems to fit in a row 3, doesn't it? See? It's row 3. This is the whole website's general setting tab on row 3. Theme options, row 3. Theme style and typography, row 3. It's all row 3. What's that mean? The whole website's on row 3. Well, what if we had more than one website? What do you think we could do? Maybe a second website could go on row 4 all the way across. Third website could go on row 5 all the way across. So if you're thinking ahead, then you might realize there's such a thing as a master feed file. One feed file to rule them all. That's what we're going to talk about next, because imagine how we can sort combinations and upload that and create the variations cascading across all the websites in a single motion. All right, that's the next video.